All right, so you're getting ready for a textile chemist interview.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
We are diving deep into RoleCatcher's resources to help you completely nail it.
Mm-hmm.
Career guides, interview guides, and even a peek into their AI tools.
It's like having this cheat sheet for the textile industry.
Oh.
But instead of just giving you the answers, we're going to help you understand the game itself.
I love that.
Yeah.
So let's first tackle those interview questions head on.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's database is really a goldmine here,
Right.
packed with real questions asked by real companies.
Absolutely.
So let's start with a common one.
Okay.
What inspired you to pursue a career in textile chemistry?
This is a good one.
It seems so simple,
Yeah.
but it's such an important first impression.
I think a lot of people panic on this one.
Oh, yeah.
And they just blurt out, I like science,
Right.
or something like that.
I like clothes.
Yeah.
What's the smarter approach here?
You want to think about what truly sparked that interest for you. Okay.
Was it a specific material that you came across?
Right.
Or a process that you just were fascinated by?
Okay.
Or was it a mentor who really inspired you?
Yeah.
Really weave a concise and engaging story that highlights your genuine passion.
So turn it into your mini origin story.
Yes, exactly.
That showcases your unique journey into this field.
Yeah, and this will help you stand out.
Oh, for sure.
From all those other candidates who are just saying, I like science.
Exact. Okay, so what if they follow up with this?
Okay.
What specific area within textile chemistry excites you the most?
So now this is where you showcase your knowledge
Okay.
and highlight the areas that truly resonate with you.
Okay.
Maybe you are drawn to sustainable textile development,
Mm-hmm.
or perhaps you are just fascinated by color science.
Right.
You want to be specific and enthusiastic
Yeah.
and show them that you've thought deeply about where you want to make your mark.
Okay, so be genuine.
Yes, be genuine. Okay, next question. What experience do you have working with textile fibers and fabrics?
So this one feels a little bit more straightforward,
It does.
but you want to avoid just listing everything that you've ever touched.
I can see people doing that.
Yes, just going down a list.
Yeah.
Instead, you really want to focus on specific examples
Okay.
that showcase your depth of knowledge and practical skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, did you lead a project involving a specific type of fiber?
Okay.
Or did you overcome a challenge in the lab that really taught you a valuable lesson?
Okay.
So those are the types of stories that will really stick with them.
So it's about painting a vivid picture of what you can do,
Exactly.
not just checking boxes.
Not just the laundry list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they dig deeper and they say, can you describe a time when you had to solve a challenging problem related to fibers or fabrics?
Ooh. So this is your cue to really shine.
Okay.
Choose a situation that highlights your analytical skills,
Okay.
your resourcefulness, your ability to really think on your feet, and walk them through your thought process.
Right.
Like how you identify the problem, how you gather information, tested different approaches,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately how you found that solution.
So like those detective shows where they're breaking it down.
Exactly. Break it down step by step.
Okay, so now this next one seems a bit more technical.
Right.
Can you explain the chemical processes involved in dyeing textiles?
Ooh.
Should we brace ourselves for a full-on chemistry lesson here?
Not quite.
Okay.
Remember, clarity is key.
Mm-hmm.
So start by explaining the fundamental principles of dyeing
Okay.
in a way that anyone can understand.
Okay.
Imagine you're explaining it to a friend who knows nothing about chemistry.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
So break down complex concepts into bite-sized pieces.
Exactly.
Maybe even use analogies or real-world examples.
Yeah, like for example, you could compare dye bonding to how Velcro works.
Okay.
And then be prepared to go a little deeper if they ask you to elaborate on a specific factor
Yeah.
that influences dye uptake.
It's like temperature or pH.
So showcase your technical knowledge.
Yes, but keep it clear and concise.
Okay. How do you stay up to date on the latest advances in textile chemistry?
This is a great question
It's a good one.
because the textile industry is constantly evolving with new technologies, sustainable practices, innovative materials. So show them that you're not just keeping up, but that you're actively seeking out that new knowledge. Okay. So mention specific publications or conferences
Yeah.
or even online communities that you're a part of.
Yeah, be specific.
Yes. And show them how you actually apply that information to your work.
So go beyond just naming sources.
Right.
Okay, now what if they follow up with, can you tell me about a recent advancement that particularly interested you and why?
So this is your chance to really shine as a forward thinker.
Okay.
Pick an advancement that genuinely excites you, whether it's a new bio-based fiber
Okay.
or maybe a revolutionary dyeing technique.
Right. And articulate why it matters.
Okay.
So does it address a sustainability concern? Does it open up new design possibilities?
Yeah.
Connect it back to your own interests and career goals.
So show that you're not just reading headlines.
Right.
You're thinking critically about the future.
Yes, and that you're excited about it.
How do you ensure the safety of textile products for consumers?
This is a big one.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
Consumers are more aware than ever about the potential impact of textiles on their health and the environment.
Right.
So interviewers want to see that you take this responsibility very seriously.
They do.
So it's not just about creating beautiful fabrics,
Right.
it's about creating safe and ethical ones.
Exactly. So start by demonstrating your knowledge of relevant regulations and standards.
Okay.
Do you know the tests required for flammability? Are you familiar with restricted substances?
Right.
Then back it up with real-world examples.
Okay.
Maybe you implemented a rigorous testing protocol in a previous role, or maybe you ensured that a product met specific safety certifications.
So showcase that proactive approach
Exact.
to safety
Yeah.
and your commitment to those ethical practices.
Yeah, and you can even talk about challenges that you faced and how you overcame them.
Right. Okay, now, what if they follow up with this one?
Okay.
What are some emerging safety concerns in the textile industry, and how do you stay informed?
That's a good follow-up.
Yeah.
So here, you want to demonstrate your ability to think ahead.
Okay.
Highlight your awareness of evolving challenges.
Like what?
So for example, the use of microplastics or the environmental impact of certain dyes.
Okay.
Mention how you stay informed through industry publications, research, or even collaborations with experts.
So it's all about staying ahead of the curve and constantly seeking out that new knowledge.
Yes, always learning.
Okay. How do you collaborate with other departments, such as design or production, to develop new textile products?
So this question is all about highlighting your communication skills and your ability to bridge that gap between the technical and the creative sides of the business.
Right.
Textile chemistry rarely happens in isolation. It's a collaborative effort.
It is a team effort.
Yes. So paint a picture of yourself as a team player who can effectively communicate complex information to different audiences.
So what if they follow up with, describe a time you had to navigate a conflict or disagreement with a colleague from another department. How did you approach it?
So this is your chance to showcase those conflict resolution skills.
Okay.
Choose a situation where you faced a genuine disagreement
Okay.
and highlight how you approached it with professionalism and respect. Focus on your communication strategies, your willingness to listen, and your ability to find common ground.
Yeah, it's about demonstrating that you can navigate those tricky interpersonal situations and still maintain those strong working relationships.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about a classic interview question. How do you manage competing priorities and deadlines in your work?
Yes.
Time management is crucial.
Yes, especially in textile chemistry.
Right.
So walk them through your process for prioritizing tasks, staying organized, meeting deadlines. Do you use a specific system or tools?
Okay.
Do you have strategies for delegating or asking for help when needed?
Yeah.
And if you can provide a real-life example,
Yes.
that'll really seal the deal.
It would describe a situation where you face that tight deadline or a particularly challenging workload. Outline the steps you took to stay on track and deliver those results.
And you want to highlight those positive outcomes?
Of course. And what if they follow up with, describe a time you had to adjust your priorities due to unexpected circumstances?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
It does.
So here you want to showcase your flexibility and adaptability.
Okay.
Everyone faces unexpected challenges.
Yes.
You know, a project shift, a delayed shipment, a resource becoming unavailable. So choose an example where you had to reevaluate your plan, communicate effectively, and find a way to move forward.
So it's about showing that you can handle those curveballs.
Yes.
And still deliver those results.
Exactly.
How do you ensure the quality of textile products throughout their life cycle?
This is a crucial aspect of textile chemistry. It's not just about creating a product that looks good initially. It's about ensuring that it performs well and stays safe over time.
Yeah, you got to think long-term.
Yes.
Durability, washability, even environmental impact.
Right. So start by outlining your understanding of the key factors that influence textile quality throughout its life cycle, from fiber selection to dyeing techniques to finishing processes.
Okay.
Then back it up with concrete examples of how you've implemented quality control measures.
So maybe you've developed a rigorous testing protocol or implemented a system to track a product's environmental footprint.
Mm-hmm. Showcase that proactive approach to quality management.
Okay, now what if they ask this? What are some challenges in maintaining textile quality over time, and how do you approach them?
Here, you can show off your problem-solving skills again,
Okay.
discuss common challenges like fading shrinkage or pilling,
Mm-hmm.
and outline your strategies for mitigating those issues.
Okay.
So do you focus on specific fiber blends?
Mm-hmm.
Are there particular finishing treatments that you rely on?
Okay.
So it's about demonstrating that you understand the complexities of textile durability
Yeah.
and that you have a toolbox of solutions to address those challenges.
All right, now before we wrap up this part, I want to touch on RoleCatcher's AI tools.
Okay, yes.
I'm especially intrigued by the fact that they can tailor your responses to specific job roles. So how does that work?
Imagine getting personalized feedback on your answers,
Okay.
tailored to the specific company and position that you're targeting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what RoleCatcher's AI offers.
Okay.
It can analyze your responses,
Uh-huh.
suggest improvements, and even provide insights based on data from successful candidates
Oh, wow.
in similar roles.
So it's like having a personal interview coach
Yes.
with insider knowledge.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is incredible.
And it goes beyond just text-based feedback.
Okay.
Their AI can even analyze your video practice session,
Oh, wow.
provide insights into your nonverbal communication,
Okay.
your overall presentation style.
So it's like having a secret weapon to help you refine your skills and stand out from the competition.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing your chances of success,
Okay.
leveraging the power of AI to present the best version of yourself in every interview.
All right, so we covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive, focusing on those crucial interview questions.
We did.
But there's more to come.
Yes, there is.
In the next part, we'll step back and explore some broader career insights from RoleCatcher's Textile Chemist Career Guide.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll look at industry trends, potential career paths, and the overall landscape of this exciting field.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We just spent some time going over some of those common interview questions.
Yeah, some tricky ones.
Yeah, that you might encounter when you're applying for these textile chemistry roles.
It's amazing how much strategy goes into crafting those answers.
Right.
It's not just what you say, but how you say it.
Absolutely. Presentation is everything.
It is. Okay, so speaking of strategy, let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and zoom out and look at the bigger picture here
All right.
and explore some of these broader career insights that RoleCatcher has outlined in their Textile Chemist Career Guide.
That's good.
Okay. I'm always curious about this stuff. What trends are shaping the textile industry right now?
Well, one trend that's impossible to ignore is this growing emphasis on sustainability.
Of course, that's been a buzzword for a while,
Yeah.
but I'm curious, how is it actually playing out in the textile world?
Yeah, it's not just a buzzword anymore. It's really becoming a core principle.
Oh,
Consumers are demanding these eco-friendly options, and companies are responding by investing in sustainable materials and processes.
well, what does that mean for someone pursuing a career in textile chemistry?
It means that there's a huge opportunity for those who are passionate about sustainability.
Okay.
Imagine developing bio-based fibers that replace those petroleum-based synthetics,
Okay.
or pioneering waterless dyeing techniques that drastically reduce water consumption.
So textile chemistry is really at the forefront of creating a more sustainable future.
I think it absolutely is.
Okay.
And for those who are interested in this path, RoleCatcher actually provides some great resources on specializing in sustainable textiles.
Oh, wow.
They outline the key skills, educational paths, and even potential career trajectories within this niche.
So if you're passionate about making a positive impact, this could be a really fulfilling area to explore.
Definitely. All right, so let's talk about another aspect that's important to consider when choosing any career path.
Okay.
The pros and cons.
Right. No job is perfect.
Exactly.
It's good to know both sides.
You want to go in with a clear understanding of the rewards and the challenges.
For sure. So let's start with the positives. What's great about being a textile chemist?
Well, one major advantage is that the demand for skilled professionals is consistently high.
Oh, that's good. So job security is a plus. What about growth potential?
Absolutely. You can specialize in a specific area,
Mm-hmm.
move into a management role, or even pursue research and development opportunities.
Okay. And as we discussed, this push for sustainability is really opening up a whole new world of possibilities.
It is for innovation.
Yeah. And the potential to earn a good living. I mean, RoleCatcher mentions that textile chemists can command some pretty competitive salaries.
They do, especially as you gain experience and expertise.
Of course.
And depending on the company and the role, there might even be opportunities for international travel.
Wow. Okay, so those are some pretty compelling pros. But let's be real. What about the downsides?
Well, one thing to consider is that textile chemistry can be a demanding field.
Okay.
The work often involves long hours, and you're potentially in this fast-paced production environment.
Right. It's not all lab coats and beakers all the time.
Exactly. And as we discussed earlier, safety is paramount.
Yes.
So you need to be very meticulous about following protocols and handling those chemicals responsibly.
Okay, so there are definitely some things to weigh.
Yeah.
But for those who are passionate about chemistry, have this fascination with textiles and are excited by that potential for innovation, it sounds like a pretty rewarding career path.
I would agree with that. And if you're someone who thrives on variety, textile chemistry offers a wide range of specialization
Well,
options.
it's interesting. What kind of specializations?
So you could focus on dyeing and finishing,
Okay.
delve into textile testing, specialize in sustainable textiles, or even explore areas like color science or polymer science.
I love how this field allows you to tailor your career path to your passions.
Yeah, you can really find your niche.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's circle back to those interview questions for a moment.
Okay.
We've talked about how to answer them effectively.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm curious, what potential follow-up questions might interviewers ask?
That's a great point because interviewers love to use these follow-up questions
Right.
to really delve deeper into your responses, assess your critical thinking skills, and see how you handle unexpected situations.
It's like they're trying to get a glimpse behind the curtain.
Right, exactly, to see how your mind works.
So let's revisit some of those key questions
Okay,
and explore some potential follow-ups that might come up.
sounds good.
All right, so let's start with what inspired you to pursue a career in textile chemistry?
Okay.
What kind of follow-up might they throw at you?
Well, after you've shared your initial inspiration, they might ask, what specific aspects of textile chemistry are you most drawn to?
Okay.
So now this is your chance to showcase your knowledge of the field and demonstrate that your interest goes beyond just the surface level.
So you need to be prepared to articulate what truly excites you about this very specific area of chemistry.
Exactly. Maybe you're fascinated by the intricate structures of different fibers.
Or the chemical reactions involved in dyeing.
Okay.
Or perhaps you're passionate about solving a particular challenge in the industry,
Sure.
like developing those more sustainable alternatives to traditional materials.
It's about showing them that you've thought deeply about your interests and where you want to make your mark.
Right. And it also ties back to those career specializations we were just talking about. Highlighting a specific area that intrigues you can demonstrate that you've done your research and you're thinking about your long-term career goals.
Okay, now what experience do you have working with textile fibers and fabrics?
Okay.
What kind of follow-up might we encounter there?
They might ask, describe a time when you had to solve a challenging problem related to textile fibers or fabrics.
Oh, okay.
So now this is an opportunity to really showcase your problem-solving skills in action,
Right.
using a real-life example to illustrate your expertise.
So it's not enough to just say, I've worked with cotton and polyester.
Yep.
You need to be prepared to tell a story.
Tell a story, yes. That demonstrates those analytical abilities.
Right. Okay. Choose a situation that highlights your technical knowledge, your ability to think critically under pressure, and how you find creative solutions.
And don't forget to emphasize the outcome.
Yes. What was the result?
Did your solution improve a process, enhance a product's performance, or even save the company time or money?
Right. Those are all great things to highlight.
It's not just about identifying problems. It's about demonstrating that you can effectively solve them.
And you want to solve them in a way that benefits the company.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about how do you stay up to date on the latest advances in textile chemistry?
Oh.
What kind of follow-up might come after you've listed your favorite publications or conferences?
Well, they might ask, can you tell me about a recent advancement in textile chemistry that you found particularly interesting, and how do you think it might impact the industry?
Okay.
This question really assesses your ability to not only stay informed, but also critically analyze trends and think about the broader implications of those advancements.
So it's not enough to just rattle off a list of journals you read.
Right.
You need to be able to connect the dots and see the bigger picture.
Exactly. Choose an innovation or a discovery that genuinely sparked your interest and articulate why you think it's important.
Yeah.
Does it address a sustainability concern? Does it open up new possibilities for textile design or performance? Does it challenge conventional thinking in the industry?
Okay, so this is your chance to show that you're not just passively absorbing information, but that you're really actively engaging with that evolving landscape of textile chemistry.
Right, and it demonstrates your intellectual curiosity, your ability to think critically, and your passion for the field.
I like that. Okay, so let's move on to, can you explain the chemical processes involved in dyeing textiles?
Okay.
What kind of follow-up might they throw at you after you've given your initial explanation?
So they might ask, can you elaborate on the factors that influence dye uptake and color fastness?
Oh, okay.
This question assesses your understanding of the underlying chemical principles and your ability to apply that knowledge to practical situations.
So they're testing your depth of knowledge.
Right.
Yeah.
You might talk about factors like fiber type, dye structure, temperature, pH, the presence of other chemicals, or even the specific dyeing techniques used.
It's about showing them that you have a really solid grasp of the science behind dyeing.
Yes.
And that you can apply that knowledge to real-world scenarios.
Exactly. And it also demonstrates those problem-solving skills.
Of course.
If you've ever had to troubleshoot a dyeing issue, this is a great opportunity to showcase your ability to analyze the situation, identify potential causes, and find solutions.
Okay, now what about, how do you approach problem solving in your work as a textile chemist?
Okay.
What kind of follow-up might come after you've described your general problem-solving process?
They might ask, can you describe a time when your initial solution to a problem didn't work and how you adapted your approach?
Oh.
This question assesses your flexibility, your resilience, and your willingness to learn from setbacks.
It's about showing that you're not afraid to experiment, to adjust course when necessary, and to see those failures as opportunities for growth.
Precisely, choose an example where you faced a significant challenge. Outline your initial approach, explain why it didn't work as expected,
Okay.
and describe the steps you took to revise your strategy and ultimately find a solution.
And it also highlights your ability to think critically and to be open to new ideas.
Exactly. It demonstrates that you're not stuck in your ways
Yeah.
and that you're willing to learn from your mistakes.
Okay, now let's talk about, how do you ensure the safety of textile products for consumers?
Right.
What kind of follow-up might they ask after you've discussed your knowledge of regulations and standards?
Well, they might ask, what are some of the emerging safety concerns in the textile industry and how do you stay informed about them?
Okay.
This question gauges your awareness of evolving challenges, your commitment to ongoing learning, and your proactive approach to safety.
So it's not just about knowing the current regulations.
Right.
It's about anticipating those potential risks and staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. You might discuss concerns related to new materials, manufacturing processes, or even changing consumer habits.
Okay.
Highlight how you stay informed through industry publications, conferences, professional organizations, or even by engaging in ongoing research or collaborations with other experts.
This shows that you're not complacent about safety,
Right.
but you're actively seeking out knowledge and adapting your practices as new information emerges.
Precisely. It demonstrates your commitment to responsible textile chemistry and your dedication to protecting consumer well-being.
All right, now what about, how do you collaborate with other departments, such as design or production, to develop new textile products?
Okay.
What kind of deeper insights might interviewers be looking for here?
So they might ask, describe a time when you had to navigate a conflict or disagreement with a colleague from another department. How did you approach the situation and what was the outcome?
Oh, okay.
This question really explores your conflict resolution skills, your ability to communicate effectively under pressure, and your commitment to finding those win-win solutions.
Collaborations don't always go smoothly.
No, they don't.
Interviewers want to see that you can handle those disagreements, professionally respect diverse perspectives, and ultimately work towards a shared goal.
Exactly. Choose an example where you faced a genuine conflict or disagreement. Outline the situation, clearly describe the steps you took to address the issue,
Okay.
and highlight those communication strategies you used.
And of course, focus on a situation where you were able to reach a positive resolution.
Right.
Demonstrate that ability to build bridges and maintain those strong working relationships, even in those challenging circumstances.
Exactly, because you're going to encounter those challenging situations.
That's such an important skill to have in any collaborative environment.
It really is.
Okay, so let's talk about, how do you manage competing priorities and deadlines in your work as a textile chemist? What kind of follow-up might come up after you've described your time management strategies?
They might ask, describe a time when you had to adjust your priorities or shift your focus due to unexpected circumstances. How did you handle the change?
Okay.
This question assesses your adaptability, your ability to think on your feet, and your willingness to embrace change.
It's about showing that you can stay calm under pressure, reassess your plans as needed, and ultimately deliver results even when things don't go according to plan.
Exactly. Choose an example where you faced a significant disruption,
Okay.
such as a sudden change in a project scope, an unexpected delay, or a critical resource becoming unavailable. Describe the situation, outline the steps you took to reassess your priorities, and adjust your approach and highlight the outcome.
Okay.
Did you successfully meet those revised deadlines? Did you find creative solutions to overcome those obstacles?
This shows that you're not just good at following a predetermined plan, but you can also navigate those unexpected twists and turns with grace and efficiency.
Right. It demonstrates your problem-solving abilities, your flexibility, and your commitment to delivering results even in the face of uncertainty.
And finally, let's look at how do you ensure the quality of textile products throughout their life cycle? What are some potential follow-up questions that might come up in this area?
An interviewer might ask, what are some of the challenges in maintaining textile quality over time, and how do you approach those challenges?
Okay.
This question assesses your understanding of the factors that can impact a product's durability and performance, and your ability to develop strategies to mitigate those factors.
So it's about thinking long-term
Yes.
and anticipating potential issues that might arise as a textile product ages or is exposed to various conditions.
Exactly. You might discuss challenges related to wear and tear fading, shrinkage pilling, or even environmental degradation.
Wow.
Highlight your knowledge of different testing methods, quality control procedures, and preventative measures that can be taken during the design and manufacturing stages to enhance a product's longevity and resilience.
This shows that you're not just focused on meeting those initial quality standards, but that you're also thinking about the long-term impact of your work,
Yes.
taking steps to create those products that stand the test of time.
Precisely. It demonstrates your commitment to quality, your understanding of the life cycle of textile products, and your proactive approach to problem solving.
Wow. We've really gone deep into these potential follow-up questions.
We have.
It's amazing how a single question can lead to such a rich and nuanced discussion.
It's true, and it highlights the importance of not just memorizing answers, but of truly understanding the concepts and being able to think critically and creatively on the spot.
I'm feeling much more prepared for those unexpected twists and turns that might come up in an interview.
Good. I'm glad.
But before we wrap up this second part of our deep dive, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools.
Yes, those are really valuable.
We've explored how RoleCatcher's AI can provide personalized feedback on your interview responses, even going as far as analyzing your video practice sessions.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
But I think it's worth emphasizing just how transformative these tools can be.
Okay.
It's like having a personal coach and a cutting-edge technology platform all rolled into one.
Absolutely. The AI can pinpoint areas where you can improve your clarity, your conciseness, and your overall impact.
Wow.
It can even suggest alternative phrasing or examples to make your answers even more compelling.
And the fact that it tailors its feedback to specific job roles,
Right?
that's a game changer.
It is.
You're not just practicing in a generic way, you're honing your responses to perfectly match the expectations of the company and the position that you're targeting.
That's right. It's about maximizing your chances of success by leveraging the power of AI to refine your communication, fine-tune your delivery, and ultimately present yourself as the ideal candidate for the job.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this second part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
We've explored those broader career insights, delved into those potential follow-up interview questions, and even revisited the transformative power of RoleCatcher's AI tools.
That's right.
But hold on, we're not done yet.
Not yet.
There's one more crucial aspect we need to cover in the next part. We'll take a closer look at the day-to-day realities of being a textile chemist.
Okay.
We'll explore the typical work environment, the types of tasks you might encounter, and even get a glimpse into how technology is shaping the future of the field.
That's good.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground from nailing those interview questions to understanding the broader career landscape, but now I really want to step into the shoes of a textile chemist.
Okay.
What does the day-to-day actually look like?
So picture yourself walking into the lab.
Okay.
It's the space that's buzzing with activity.
Okay.
It's filled with all sorts of fascinating equipment.
Give me the visual tour. What am I seeing?
You've got your microscopes for analyzing fibers, spectrophotometers for measuring color accuracy, and maybe even some high-tech dyeing equipment where you can experiment with different colors and techniques.
So it sounds like a playground for someone who loves both science and creativity.
It really is.
But RoleCatcher also mentions production facilities.
Right.
So is it not all lab work?
Yeah, textile chemistry isn't just theoretical.
Okay.
It's about taking those innovations from the lab and bringing them to life on a larger scale.
Okay.
You might find yourself in a textile mill overseeing the production process, troubleshooting any issues that arise, or ensuring that those final products meet those strict quality standards.
So you get to see your creations come to life in a really tangible way.
Yeah, you really do.
That's pretty amazing.
It's rewarding.
Now, what about the people side of things?
Okay.
What kind of interaction can a textile chemist expect to have on a daily basis?
So collaboration is really key in this field.
Okay.
You'll be working closely with this diverse team of professionals, technicians, engineers, designers, even the marketing team. So clear communication is essential.
It is.
And the ability to explain these complex concepts to different audiences is really, really important.
It's about bridging the gap between the science and the creativity.
Right.
Ensuring everyone's on the same page to achieve those innovative textile solutions.
Exactly.
Okay, so one day you might be discussing fiber properties with a designer. The next, you could be explaining dyeing processes to a production team.
Right.
Or even presenting your research findings to stakeholders.
It's a very dynamic role.
It is.
That requires both technical expertise and those strong interpersonal skills.
Speaking of dynamic, RoleCatcher mentioned something about those technological advancements.
Oh, yes.
Really shaping the future of textile chemistry. What's on the horizon?
So technology is transforming the textile industry at such an incredible pace.
Yep.
We're seeing things like 3D printing of fabrics,
Oh, wow.
nanotechnology for enhanced performance,
Okay.
and even AI-driven design processes becoming more prevalent.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It sounds like there are just endless possibilities for innovation in this field.
Absolutely. And as a textile chemist, you'll need to embrace these advancements, constantly learning and adapting to stay ahead of the curve.
Right.
It's a really exciting time to be in this field.
It is.
With so much potential for growth and discovery.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Right.
what are the key takeaways for someone considering a career in textile chemistry?
Well, I would say if you're passionate about science, you have fascination with textiles, and you're driven by innovation, this field offers a world of opportunity. You'll be working with this cutting-edge technology, collaborating with talented individuals, and contributing to advancements that really shape the way we live, dress, and interact with the world around us.
It really does.
It does.
It's a career that blends that scientific rigor
Yes.
with this creative flair, and with the help of resources like RoleCatcher.
Yes.
You can gain that knowledge and those skills needed to really thrive in this exciting field.
Absolutely. This is a great resource.
It is. This has been such an insightful journey into the world of textile chemistry.
Yeah, it has.
We've explored everything from interview prep to career insights, from those day-to-day realities of the job to the exciting technological advancements shaping the future. It's clear that this is a dynamic and rewarding career path.
It is.
For those who are passionate about science innovation and the fascinating world of textiles. So to our listeners, we encourage you to continue exploring, embrace the challenges, and let your curiosity guide you as you embark on your own textile chemistry adventure.
Absolutely. Go for it.